Hey, I'm Alice, and I went to college at 14 years old. I grew up in New York City, and since I was a kid, everybody told me I am a super smart kid. I was always into books. While other kids were playing outside, I was inside, reading away. My parents were my biggest supporters, nurturing my love for learning and encouraging me to follow my passions. They filled our home with books of all kinds, from colorful picture books to thrilling adventures and tales of far-off lands. Every night, before drifting off to sleep, my dad would read to me, weaving stories that ignited my imagination and fueled my thirst for knowledge. School was very easy for me. I devoured textbooks like they were candy, always hungry for more. My teachers were impressed by my insatiable curiosity and eagerness to learn, often giving me extra assignments to keep me challenged. I became popular between my schoolmates very fast because I liked helping them with their school stuff. Whether it was studying for tests or doing homework, I was there to lend a hand. They'd come to me for help, and I'd explain things in a way that made sense to them. It felt good to see them succeed, and we became really close because of it. Helping them out made me happy, and it showed me the importance of being there for each other. Deciding to go to college at 14 was a big step for me. I felt ready for a new challenge, and I knew I wanted to learn more than what school could offer. It wasn't an easy decision, but I was determined to push myself and see what I could achieve. With the support of my family, I took the leap and decided to pursue my dreams. I knew it would be tough, but I was excited to dive into the world of higher education and see where it would take me. Deciding to study law was one of the toughest choices I've made. I've always been someone who cares about fairness and justice. But when it came to picking what to study, I was torn. Law seemed like a big, scary world full of rules and complicated stuff, but I was sure that I had what it takes to make it. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that law was where I could really make a difference. I wanted to be someone who fights for what's right, who stands up for people who can't stand up for themselves. And yeah, it's gonna be hard. There's gonna be a lot of studying, and I'll probably have moments where I feel like I'm in over my head. But deep down, I know it's worth it. Studying law isn't just about getting a fancy degree or making a lot of money. It's about using what I learned to help people, to make sure everyone gets a fair shot. And even though it was a tough decision, I know it's the right one for me. Starting college at just 14 was like diving into the deep end of a pool without knowing how to swim. When I got to campus, I felt a mix of excitement and nerves. I was surrounded by students who were much older than me, and I couldn't help but feel like I didn't quite belong in that environment. People's reactions to my age were varied, to say the least. Some were impressed, calling me a prodigy or a genius. Others were skeptical, wondering how someone so young could possibly handle college-level courses. And then there were those who were just plain shocked. "You're how old?" they'd exclaim, their eyes widening in disbelief. College life as a teen wasn't easy. I had to work really hard to keep up with everyone else. There were times when I felt like I was in over my head, but despite the challenges, I refused to let doubt or fear hold me back. With each passing day, I grew more confident in my abilities and more determined to succeed. I sought out mentors who believed in me and classmates who supported me, finding solace in their encouragement and guidance. I made an effort to put myself out there, joining clubs and study groups where I could meet new people. It wasn't always easy, but I soon found a group of friends who accepted me for who I was. We bonded over shared interests and experiences, and before I knew it, I had a tight-knit circle of friends who had my back. Having friends by my side made college life so much more enjoyable. We supported each other through the ups and downs, celebrated successes, and helped each other out when things got tough. And even though I was younger than most of them, they treated me as an equal, respecting my opinions and valuing my friendship. Making friends and going to parties were two big parts of my college experience. At first, it was a bit intimidating. Being the youngest on campus, I wasn't sure if I'd fit in. But as I got to know people, I realized that age didn't matter as much as I thought. And then there were the parties. College parties were a whole new world for me. At first, I was a bit hesitant to go, but my friends encouraged me to tag along. And you know what? I had a blast. From themed parties to impromptu gatherings, each one was a chance to let loose and have fun with friends. Sure, there were times when I felt out of place or unsure of myself, but my friends were always there to support me. They showed me that it's okay to be yourself, even if you're the youngest one in the room. As the last semester of college approached, I couldn't help but feel a whirlwind of emotions. It seemed like just yesterday I was stepping onto campus as a wide-eyed 14-year-old, and now, here I was, on the brink of graduation. Reflecting on my journey, I realized how much I had grown, both academically and personally, over the years. The final semester was a bittersweet mix of excitement and nostalgia. I looked forward to completing my degree and embarking on the next chapter of my life. Graduation day arrived, and as I walked across the stage to receive my diploma, I felt an overwhelming sense of pride and accomplishment. All those late nights studying, all the challenges I'd overcome, they had all led to this moment. As I looked out at my friends and family cheering me on from the crowd, I knew that this was just the beginning. Armed with the knowledge and experiences I had gained in college, I was ready to take on whatever the future held. As I tossed my cap into the air and embraced my loved ones, I couldn't help but feel grateful for the incredible journey I had been on. College had been so much more than just a place of learning. It had been a transformative experience that had shaped me in ways I never could have imagined. And as I stepped out into the world, I knew that the best was yet to come. As I prepared to embark on the next phase of my journey, I carry with me the lessons learned and memories cherished. With a heart full of gratitude and excitement, I look forward to what the future holds, knowing that the friendships forged and experiences gained will continue to guide me along the way. I am Alice, and thank you for listening to my story. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like or subscribe.